All right, look, this is the last episode of this chunk. I got nothing at the top. Let's just get right into what we're drinking here, Griff.
Can we first address the elephant in the room?
Sure.
Which one?
Steve's
hentai hat.
Oh, I was really trying to avoid that.
No,
It was such a big hit last time I put it on. I knew we were wrapping up this little arc here. I wanted to go out big, so during sound check, I threw it on. Probably ruined sound check, but I feel like it was worth it.
Made it amazing. That's what you did. Made my day.
Elevated the whole operation.
The whole operation.
Glad
Steve,
to hear
what are you
that.
pairing with that hat?
Griffin, you know I'm going all out because that's a hams.
Oh,
There it
wow.
is.
This is
We got
Steve.
the hentai hat and the hams?
Hams
mean,
and hentai.
from
Name a
those
better
descriptors
duo.
alone, you probably know who this is. But if not, this is Steve from the Hideous Laughter Podcast. Play with Tune Bane Song on the show, and let me see what I think of this crispy beverage. Good mouthfeel, real good mouthfeel.
Speaking of good
Real hammy.
mouthfeel, hey Adam.
Hey, how's it
drinking?
going, Griff? I am drinking this time around a beer from the Untitled Art Company. It's an oat cream IPA, and I'm about to taste it for the first time. Let's see. It's really drinkable. It's like got a lot of hoppy scent, but not a lot of hoppy bite. It's real smooth. I mean, that's a damn fine IPA. Like, you get to smell all of it, but you don't like get your palate ruined by just a shit ton of hops. And it's got this kind of hazy texture.
Yeah, I
to it.
can't tell if it's really that orange or it's just your camera.
Well,
It
everything's
looks like
orange in my
orange
room.
juice. It looks like actual orange juice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's orange.
Well, speaking of someone that's always hoppy to bite, hey Emily, what you drinking?
Hi, Griffin.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good,
Sorry,
Griff.
I'm taking screenshots of you cool cats.
Oh boy.
I was distracted, but
Hentai
I
hat's
am
coming
drink-
off.
No,
too late.
too late. I done got it. The New Belgium. Somebody mentioned that, I think, earlier. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah, like 4 weeks ago, but sure, yeah.
well, I guess so. Whatever. Yeah, the Voodoo Ranger, the Juicy Haze IPA. It makes me pretty happy.
That's a good one. I like that. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Gave you nothing, Griffin.
Yeah, I gave
You're
you
going to have to pull something out of the ether here, dude.
I mean, speaking of someone who's supposed to be drinking nothing right now, hey
There it
Heath,
is.
There you go.
What are you
I'm
drinking?
proud of you.
I thought you were gonna bite on the pull something out of the aether thing.
Yeah.
It's weak.
I'm actually torn. I've got two beers in my hand, and one of them is a New Belgium, like yours, Emily. It's the Higher Plane IPA,
Ooh.
hazy imperial IPA. But I've also got a Bell's Larry's Latest Juicy IPA.
Wow.
So, what? Take a vote. What should I drink?
I
Juicy.
think you need to see what Larry's working with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
How juicy
Yeah,
is
it
Larry's
better be
latest?
juicy. Yeah,
I'll do
how
that
juicy is it?
for my hideous laughter peeps here. Shout out to Larry.
Larry. Oh.
Respect.
Guy's had a rough life. I don't know how juicy that's going to be.
Oh. Woof. He's struggling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. It's kind of light, but still has a just enough of the like IPA, the punch. But very easy drinkable beer.
All right. Well, speaking of someone I'd never punch, hey Zach, what are you drinking?
Hey, Griff, thanks for not doing that, dude. That would hurt.
Just give it time.
I'd punch him.
Everybody says that in the beginning.
It's true. I'm drinking a Susie B tonight. Nothing fancy, but just right.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Well, speaking of a classic, hey, it's me, Griff. I'm drinking another Founder Solid Gold, same thing I was drinking last time. It's a premium lager with the finest hops and malts. Memorable quality, legendary taste.
Wow. All right. Well, speaking of legendary, we're right in the middle of a fight. And you had taken out the 2 reckoners that were right there, but they were able to kind of shout out before you were able to subdue one and kill another. And 2 more toughs have just walked through the door to enter the fray. And they are going to attack.
Shocker. I'm shocked. I can't believe it.
Yeah, unbelievable. But the one to the right is actually going to throw a grenade right in between Sigurd and Natasi.
No.
And that's an 18 on the die, so it's going to hit the square that he was aiming for. So I need you both to roll a reflex save.
I really hope they didn't see me blow the brains out of their old friend.
That's an 18 for Sig.
Drop 10. That's an 8 for Natasi.
Oof.
All right.
Well,
Natasi,
nope. I would like to thwart that ability and allow you to roll again, Natasi,
how?
with my thwart ability.
Fucking magic.
So what is that?
It's a paradigm shift that witch warpers have. I used it for the first time after the firefight episode. As a reaction, when you are an ally within 100 feet is affected by a spell or ability or that allows a saving throw and would deal damage, you can spend a resolve point to grant them a new saving throw with a +2 bonus.
All right, let's get it.
All right, sure. It's better. It's a 14.
That is
+2?
better enough to avoid the sticky bomb grenade that explodes at your feet, attempting to entangle both Sigurd and Natasi, but with Tex Arcana's magic, Texas magic, is able to, you're able to squeeze on out of there.
Big up
Kinda
to
slicks you up with the
Big
oil.
up.
The other one is going to just fire a shot with the semi-auto pistol at Vin. And that's going to be a 25, so that will hit.
Yeah, it's going to hit.
So we're going to do 5 points of piercing damage to Vin. All right. Sigurd, you're up. 2 idiots have tried to take on the Midnight Squad. What are you going to do about
Yeah,
it?
Sig just blasts up to this corner spot using his jump jets. And, I mean, shit. We got one of them tied up. Sig arcs Betty at this guy's temple. Just takes a big-ass swing.
I mean, you have been given a license to kill, and these guys are obviously trying to kill you, so do what you're going to do.
Oh, that's a natty 19. That's going to hit.
Yeah, that'll get it.
That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bloodied in one shot, my friend. As you just smash him with Betty, just like right across the face.
I tried to hit him in the temple.
Yeah, you got him. I mean, and a big old goose egg starts to form like immediately. Just, you know, Vin, this dude just shot at you. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, he just shot at me. However, he's still chilling. How about Vin will... How do I want to describe this? This is a new spell. Let's see. Yeah, Vin will like kind of move his arms around to his side, and red holographic runes sort of appear around his wrists and then move into his hands as he throws a laser net.
Okay.
And so, anyway, it's got to be, between 2 points. And so we'll go the wall and the pew, I guess. Anyway, I mean, it just has to be 2 points. It's a 20-foot radius, if it lands, right? So basically, it creates a net that's 20 feet wide.
Okay.
And basically what it does is it's pretty neat. Creates a dangerous net of lasers between 2 points. Creatures that move through the laser must succeed at a reflex save or take 1d6 plus 1 fire damage per 5 feet of laser net they move through. There's some other stuff that's relevant if you move a little ways or a longer ways, but I want as many of that 20 feet between me and them as I can possibly manage to rustle.
Okay, so what's the deal there? If they go through it, they take damage?
Yeah, for every 5 feet they move, it's 1d6 plus 1 damage. If they only move 5 feet, then they get a +2 to their reflex save. However, if they move 15 feet, it's a -2 penalty to the save.
Interesting. All right. Well, so Vin just like creates a magic net of lasers. So it fills up the kind of bottom left quadrant of this hall. Natasi, what you gonna do?
Tough one. This is a tough one. Natasi just executed a strategy that worked really well for her earlier. I want to see if I can continue to capitalize on that strategy, but I want to go deeper. So I think I know how things might unfold over the next couple player characters' turns. So Natasi is going to pause in the combat for just a second, delaying her turn just to see if people go where she thinks they're going to go.
Well, so you're at the end of the turn order, so you would just be forgoing your turn this round.
Oh, I can't delay like into next and move my initiative.
Well, you're already at the end, you know.
Okay. Well, fuck that then. Okay, she's just gonna move slightly around the stage and
get up on the stage so you can get a shot there.
Yeah, like start coming up onto these stairs here, and shoot the one that Sigurd already damaged a little bit.
All right.
How does a 15 strike you?
15 will hit.
Sweet. Okay. Well, then that's a little bit of fire damage.
A little bit of fire damage.
And
fire
emphasis
damage,
on emphasis on the little bit. That's minimum 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. Well, every little bit counts. So you put a little bit of fire damage on. We're in round 4 of this combat. Tex, we're back to you. Now, it's going to be hard for you. You can't even really see what's going on over there. You just can kind of hear the commotion, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to move towards it either way. I'm probably going to use my whole turn just to move. And move across the room over kind of at the edge of the net of lasers, a little bit north of Sigurd.
Okay. Yeah, right there at the edge. Still have a shot at both Reckoners, but not in the laser net. A little north of Sigurd, who's kind of hugging the corner of the stage.
Right, and I get there and call out and kind of like, hey, if we can try to arrest him.
All right. Yavari, what you want to do? I mean, you've got the Reckoner there pretty much pinned up. I mean, he's bound. He's not really going anywhere. He seems to have given up the fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's bound. She's not worried about him. We got him taped, right? Yeah. So she's going to follow Tex, but her movement has actually been decreased with her new armor. So she can only get 40 feet with a double move her whole turn.
Yikes.
But she wants to get up there so that she's close to her boys, because she's now within bodyguard range.
There you go. Okay, I like it. It is the Reckoner's turn. So they're not going to move. They see this laser net. They're like, fuck that. We're going to do a full attack there on Vin with the one on the left. So our
bodyguard.
You can't bodyguard Vin.
Oh, you said Vin. I don't care for that. I mean, I could try.
Pick someone else.
So that's first attack is going to miss. Second attack is also going to miss. So the laser grid is just throwing off his sight, and it just shoots wide.
Oi, mate, just come hit me with that hammer real quick, man. Where you at?
The tough that is in front of Sigurd is going to swing once with the assault hammer.
Bodyguard.
There you go. All right. I mean, a 19.
No.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Sigurd, you're up.
All right, Sig's gonna attack this guy non-lethally.
Okay. So that'll be a -4 to your attack.
Yep. It would be, but he has improved unarmed strike. He's just gonna use an unarmed strike here.
Okay.
That's a natural 20. Put it on the board.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Shit, yeah.
Proud of you.
So that's going to be 6 points of non-lethal.
Even with the crit?
Yeah.
Did you roll
crits.
damage twice?
Oh, you're supposed to roll twice?
Yeah.
I just doubled the result, so I got a 3.
No, you roll your damage twice.
All right, so that's 9.
9 is exactly what you needed to knock him unconscious. So you just punch him. Like, he had 9 HP left, so that puts him right at 0, and he is unconscious. He just falls down like.
All right.
Just put him down, put him to sleep like a little baby.
That's my standard action, and then my move action. I'm just gonna. Can I step over him? He's on the ground?
I mean it's like difficult terrain.
It's
but
difficult
you've got-
terrain, so if this guy had a melee weapon out, he could attack me with it.
He doesn't though, because he's been shooting at Vin. All right, so Vin, you're up.
Vin is going to full attack the mook there.
All right.
Natural 19 is a 22.
With then -4 brings it.
No, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
All right. And then that is not going to hit on the second one with the 8 on the die. However,
Are you sure?
8 plus 3 is 11.
What is it? EAC or KAC?
It's EAC.
That is a hit.
What?
That is a hit.
The finale of
Get
book
outta
2,
town.
everybody.
Meets bit.
Get out of
Meets
town.
beats.
All right, 2d6 plus 4 then. So that's 5 and 3, 8 plus 4 is 12 non-lethal damage.
All right, bloodied in half a shot there.
Pew pew.
That was with both attacks
That was
damage.
both attacks together.
Natasi, you're up.
All right, she's going to keep moving across this stage. I don't think I'm going to pull out the big guns here because this guy looks like he's kind of hurt already. He took a nasty,
Yeah, he looks pretty
nasty
rough.
hit.
Right.
And I'll just pop one shot off at him, see if I can hit him.
Okay.
12 on the die will beat his EAC.
Correct.
All right, cool. So, max damage. That's going to be 6 points of fire.
Ooh,
All right.
Natasi, core 6 if you're nasty, yeah.
She's just popping off on these guys.
For real. I mean, these are weak soldiers here. You're level 4 now. These guys are level 1. It's round 5. Tex, you're up.
I would like to use my standard action to, I guess, intimidate. I want to call out to the dude after he's just been hit a couple of times and like, son, you might want to put that weapon down if you want to survive to guard another church.
Let's see here. Go ahead and roll your intimidate. We're going to call this a bully action here.
Okay.
And so, oh no, it requires 1 minute conversing with the creature. I mean, so you can demoralize, which just causes him to become shaken, which is like a -2 to everything. There's not really anything that would just cause him to just drop his gun, but you could make him
other
worse.
than you using the logic of the character to realize that's the smart thing to do.
Well, let's see if you successfully demoralize, and then he'll respond to that.
Okay. I got a 22.
22, so that's going to be against 10 plus the intimidate bonus. Let's see here. Yeah, that's gonna get it. So he is shaken, which puts him at a -2 to everything, and you kind of see him just look at you like a little unsure, and then he looks around to the rest of his crew and says, "Look, I'm just trying not to get eaten by the swarm. I'm just trying to forgive myself and my sins. I'm just trying to forgive myself. I'm trying to be the best me that there is. Listen, can I just leave? Like, fuck these guys. Can I just leave?"
No, I reckon you're under
No, mate, we
arrest.
gotta knock you out first.
You're under arrest.
Well, I don't really want to go to jail. So,
Well, I would argue that resisting arrest is a sin, so, you know.
well, I
That's
don't really
between
want to
you
get
and-
into my religions, but I'm either gonna run out of here or I'm gonna fight you.
Go on, try to run. See how far you get.
Okay. Yavari.
So this net thing, sorry, is this...
Yeah, it'll hurt you. It'll
will.
hurt you. Yeah.
It'll hurt me?
It's a dome of red hot lasers, man.
Well, I don't want to get hurt. So
Just turn invisible. They won't affect you.
Yavari's just going to hold her turn. She's actually... I'm going to ready an action. I'm going to punch this guy if he comes within range.
Okay.
That's my ready action.
All right. It's the Reckoner's turn, and he's going to try to run away, which means, Sigurd, you're going to get an opportunity attack as he tries to run back through this hall here.
Yes, he will attempt this non-lethally.
Okay.
Okay.
He's also got to perform an acrobatics check to move through Sig's square.
Well, I'm moving diagonal through the door, right? I don't really have to move through a square.
I mean, that's a 5-foot door,
Either way,
right?
it's a 12 against the AC.
Well, I mean, that'll hit. Yeah, for sure.
Lay him out, Sig.
That's 11 points of non-lethal.
And he goes down. You just knock him out right in the back of the head.
Clotheslines him, fucking idiot.
Yes. he just like feet up, lands on his back, and just knocked out. Yeah.
Nice. I immediately turned to Sig. I'm like, all right, you cuff one, I'll cuff the other. Good job. I appreciate your poise in this situation.
All right, y'all watch some lasers right there. They're going to be there about 3.5 more minutes or so. They'll just go away on their own.
They'll just go away.
Okay, so, you've got basically all these toughs neutralized, but you know that, Sister Spark did move her way into the back of this facility with some guards, so I don't know what you want to do right now, but as it stands right this second, you're out of combat.
Yeah, I mean, I just figured we can cuff these and then go on for the sister.
Yeah,
We got to keep it pushing.
yeah, cuff him, and then, are these benches, bolted to the ground?
Yeah, you could certainly bind them to the benches.
Yeah, definitely bind them to the benches in a line.
I mean, in between your shackles and the remaining iron tape, you can get all 4 of these. Well, there's only 3 that are alive.
Yeah,
so
one's
you can
dead.
Yeah, so you can get the 3 that are alive. Can you dismiss that laser?
No.
Okay, so you guys are kind of working around the laser net, but you're able to kind of get them all.
I mean, I don't think I can. It doesn't say anything about it in the text.
So you guys get them all kind of pinned up, lined up in a row here. There's only one that's actually conscious. It doesn't look too well because he got poisoned by Tex's gun. But you're able to secure them, and then you now just need to decide which way you're going to go. I will say that I guess this door is open, right? Because they opened the door. So let me go ahead and open the one that's right there by Sig.
Well, as you folks are chaining people to benches, Natassi is going to calmly walk towards the front door of the building and lock it.
All right, go ahead and give me just a pretty simple engineering check there.
Natassi walks up to the front of the building, realizes that it is too complex for her.
Well, so it's not just like a deadbolt, right? So there's like a little bit of there's a keypad there.
Yavari can help.
She'll turn to Ivari. Ivari, it appears we've stumbled into what some would classify as a clean house operation. We should keep this door secure so no reinforcements come in behind us.
Good call. And just engineering check.
Yep.
That kind of rolled shitty there. That is going to be a 14.
It's enough. It's not high, particularly high advanced locks. So
She's
the
got
DC
fat
was 12.
fingers. She
Yeah,
kinda
the DC was 12. So you're able to, and they kind of, you hear them secure and lock as the kind of hydraulic pins lock in place. So what now?
Let's keep moving.
Yeah, let's
So there's two doors, right? There's one to the left and one to the right on either side of the stage. Excuse me. Sister Spark went through the right one, but the left one is open.
I mean,
and Sig, you can see down the hall that there's this hall that kind of curves around at the back, that kind of curves around and runs the back side of the building. There's 3 doors on the right side of the hall if you're looking in, and one on the left.
can we check the door on the right? Like, is
Sure.
it locked? Is it trapped?
Well, why don't you go check it? So you can go check it.
Vin will be checking it.
Yeah, so it's not locked.
It's not locked? Mm-mm. All right, well, Vin will open that door then. Take a peek inside.
And you see that it opens up into a hallway as well.
Another hallway. So the hallway loops around, probably.
Right. You can, like you and Sigurd are kind of looking at each other across the stage and being like, all right, yeah, this guy kind of makes a U around some central room in the middle. And then there's some rooms on the sides of either side of the U.
All right, what's going to be, folks?
Let's go to the right, man. That's where she went.
All right, Vin steps in, pistol drawn.
All right, so here you can see right in front of you, Vin, there's a door to your right and a door to your left, almost right across the hall from each other, just a little catty corner. Both are closed.
Yavari's going to bring up the rears because she's tall and she doesn't want to block everybody. So whoever's going wherever.
Sig's going to step up, take a look at this door.
All right, so that's the door on the right side of the hall if you're facing down there, right? It looks like a pretty normal door. There's no keypad on or anything. It's just like a regular metal handle.
Yep.
It is closed though.
Open the door, mate.
All right, clean house. And he kind of shoves his shoulder into the door as he opens it up.
Yeah, just poof, the door kind of slams open, and you see that there's like this dimly lit room. Contains a large cluttered desk and several shelves full of battered audio-visual equipment. The main source of light is the collection of monitors showing video feeds of the hall stage. One shows a live feed and the other a previous recording. Both are attached to a sleek portable computer. An alcove in one corner of the room contains a threadbare cot. There's an alcove kind of down here to the south of this room. And that there's another door also to the south of this room that exits out the opposite way that you came in.
Right behind you, Siggy.
Room's clear. There's another door in here. Should we keep going?
Maybe let's check this other door.
Take a look at this computer here real quick. Vin will go over to the console and
Yeah, roll a computer's check.
he'll start hacker manning in the thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Natural 18 plus 11.
That'll get it with the DC 25 computers. So you're able to kind of hack in, and what you find is that the files within this computer are mostly images of swarm creatures and rare footage of swarm battles culled from the dark web, as well as recordings of potential recruits who openly discussed sedition with Sister Spark, retained for the purposes of future blackmail. You know that local law enforcement would be very interested in obtaining these recordings.
Can I make a copy?
Sure can.
Okay.
Sigurd, while he's doing that, why don't you give me kind of a quick perception rundown of this room, this and the little cubby.
Sure, that's a 24.
24, great. As you're kind of searching the room under the cot that's in this little cubby hole down here, you see what looks to be a Mark I Mobility Enhancer Armor Upgrade.
Jackpot.
But that's it. That's kind of everything. That's certainly everything you can get from the computer. And with that perception, you know that you've kind of done a pretty thorough search of this room. And so all that remains is a closed door and then the door that you came out of, with the rest of your team is still in the hall, I believe. So,
All right, I feel like we should at least check this closed door. Or at least,
That just goes to the hall. Well, maybe not.
you don't know that it
No.
does.
you wouldn't think so.
I'm right behind you. Vin's right behind Sig. He just gives you a nod.
All right. I mean, with just a general look, it looks like just another pass-through door. Also, no kind of computerized lock on it, just a handle.
Yep, Sig opens it up.
All right. It is unlocked as you open it, and it opens into a cramped room containing 3 old bunk beds, under which are pushed rusty metal footlockers. There's a ragged couch that sits against the east wall, and a smell of stale sweat hangs in the air.
Nasty. Smells like a ship bunk. Search his lockers real quick.
Yeah, give him a look.
Yeah, I don't even need a perception. I mean, you're able to just kind of go through it. There's a few changes of clothes, but one of the foot lockers contains a static polarity rifle.
Ooh, fancy.
Along with 2 high-capacity batteries.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to go back up the way we came.
And there is another door that goes out to what you presume to be the other leg of the U.
Yeah, I guess I would open it and just confirm that that's the hallway.
Yeah, you do, and you look and you see that this is the hallway you were looking down earlier. But there are 3 doors on the opposite side of the hallway that remain closed. Now, Vin and Sigurd are in this bunk room. Looks like Natasi's kind of made her way into the AV room, the backstage area, while Tex and Ivari are still in the hallway.
Yeah, I was trying to stay in the hallway in case somebody's trying to like scamper through the hall and not be seen.
You roll a perception.
Yeah, and I'm kind of splitting the difference between the 2 groups because as, party healer, I got to go where people need help. So just staying kind of in the middle.
That's a 17.
17, yeah. I mean, it seems pretty quiet on the hallway front,
Yavari would say, Tex, scoot up so I can get in.
Girl, just step over me.
I don't want to block the hall.
All right, I'm very quietly I don't want to move past the door so I can see.
Right,
what's
so you
going
just kind of
on,
move up, and so you can see into the AV room. It's while still giving Yavari some room to kind of squeeze into the hall there. And once she gets through the door, she's kind of gonna go. Then she kind of pops out, and her wings kind of like. Just like as she as she comes into the hallway, but the hallway's big enough to contain her frame without any kind of squeezing. Sigurd, as I said, you're looking at an empty hallway as well with 3 closed doors. So,
what do you think, Vin? Keep pressing on here, check the doors, or should we go back with the rest of the group?
Let's regroup.
All right.
Yeah, I think while we're in the hallway and they're checking out the lockers and stuff, Tex would be conversing with Yavari in their heads with their telepathy or whatever, and he was like, when we got in here and seen all these obviously doctored videos of the swarm and how terrible they are, it took a lot for me to keep my head cool and arrest them fellers back there, because something about this just don't set right with me. I mean, the swarm's scary enough as it is. For them to be manipulating people's emotions like this, that religious fanaticism of such a manipulative sort, I don't know. It's just something dark about it.
Well, we'll bring him to justice. It'll be fine, Tex. Don't worry about it.
Before he opens the door, Sig kind of turns back to Yavari. Hey, Toots, you got any armor upgrade slots?
I do. One, yeah.
I got some that might be useful for you. I need you to keep up with me. Need you to be able to back me up. Take this mobility enhancer.
You beautiful bastard. I love it.
Yeah, go ahead and put that on your sheet there then, Emily, because I think that will help you out.
I'm going to do it.
All right, so Sigurd, you're standing at this door. Natasi, are you going to kind of rejoin as well?
Yeah.
All right, so everybody's in the hall at this point, and we got Natasi right next to Sigurd, and behind Sigurd, looking at the door, is Vin, and then in between, kind of to the corner there is Tex, and then at the back of the hall, we have Yavari, who's slotting in this upgrade to her armor. Sigurd, what you doing?
Check and make sure the door looks normal, and then gonna bust right in.
Gonna bust right in.
Breach and clear, baby.
I need everybody to roll initiative. As you kick open this door, you see 3 toughs with their weapons trained right at you, as all 3 of them are going to fire prepared actions. And then we're going to start initiative. All right. Initiative has been rolled. Let's talk about it. Sigurd, what'd you get?
I got 15.
Okay, all right. Vin?
14.
All right. Natasi?
18.
Okay, Tex?
18.
Oh, well, shit. So, Yavari?
Yavari rolled a 17, but she gets an 18 thanks to Tex.
Okay, well, also the Reckoner's got 18. So let's talk about, Natasi, what's your dexterity modifier?
+2.
Okay, all right. That's all right. So we're going to start with the surprise round. And that's going to be 3 shots to Sigurd's face from these. As he opens the door, they just open fire. First shot is going to be a 14.
Nope.
Not going to get it. Second shot is going to be a cracked die. All right, so how about a 24?
24 will.
Okay, and the third shot, another 24.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to be a total of 7 piercing damage. As you're just like, whatever, shield up. The bullets hit the shield. You have to expend a little stamina to do that, but kind of child's play for you at this point. But it's now their turn. And I'm going to take a 5-step back. They're both going to take 5 steps back, the ones that were on the corner. And then they're all 3 going to fire another round of shots at you. So the first one is going to miss. The second one, also a miss. 3 misses there on that round with the Reckoner Toughs. We're going to go to Tex. You're up.
Oh, this is a weird pickle we find ourselves in. We're all jammed up in this hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I think... Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. I think emboldened by kind of the distaste he had for what they're doing at this operation and his new interest in Hylax, I hesitate to say faith. We're not there yet.
Right.
But I think he's going to squeeze past Sigurd and get into the room.
All right.
Right in front of him.
So when you walk in, you see not only the 3 Reckoner Toughs, but you see Sister Spark kind of to the south of this room, and then up in the top corner of this room, you see a Sheeran in like a red vest and kind of a red like skirt, but it's a male Sheeran, and he's got like a bunch of like little like gadgets on his belt.
Zelonin, you son of a bitch. You double-crossed us.
I said I was busy.
No. That's definitely not Zelonin. I'll show you what he looks like. He said he's got this kind of like red tunic vest kind of deal going on, and his claws are glowing green. He's green. He's got like green coloring with tan underbelly.
Okay.
And orange eyes.
All right. So, what I want to do, I'm going to expend a 2nd level spell slot to use one of my Infinite Worlds abilities.
Okay.
And it is my 2nd level one. You cause a destabilizing event, such as a brief earthquake, a split-second reversal of gravity, or a blast of icy wind. Each creature within a 10-foot area must succeed at a reflex save or be knocked prone. If a creature rolls a nat 1 on its saving throw, it's also moved 5 feet per level of the spell slot expended in a direction of my choice.
Wow. Okay. So where are you going to center this?
I guess I want to try to hit the 3 in the north. So I guess like could I hit that top corner square and hit, or maybe the square with the Sheeran Summoner?
That's
I want to aim it to where I can try to hit them. All
yeah,
three of
the
them.
problem is if you put it on the Sheeran square, It's going to hit you, too.
Ooh, could I? I'm trying to see if there's a way. If I did it to the south and try to hit the 3.
Yeah, I think if you did
south.
it on... Yeah, I think
Yeah,
if you did...
that would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a square behind a couch that he aims at and causes like it's like the briefest instant of like a massive flood of the Rio Grande, you know, and like knocks down or attempt to knock down all 3 of these people and move them if they roll nat ones.
Okay, so what kind of saves are we doing here?
Reflex.
All right, we'll start with Sister Spark. That's a 13.
Nope.
Okay. And then we're going to go to the 2 toughs there. 17.
I believe 17 is the DC.
Okay. And then a 14. So the one closest to you falls, the one in the middle doesn't, and Sister Spark is affected. So what happens? They both go prone?
They
Or?
go prone. They're knocked prone.
Okay.
And no, you didn't roll a natural 1 on any of them, I'm assuming.
I did not. So they're prone.
Yeah, just trying to, you know, as soon as he steps in the room and sees what he's faced with, realizes that was probably a bad decision. And is like, oh, what can I do to level the playing field? And like tries
So
to
that's
knock
a
them all
spell-like
down.
ability, though, right?
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be. It's my infinite worlds.
So I get to roll an attack of opportunity.
As a reaction, Sig uses bodyguard.
Okay. First one, that's a 20.
You have +2 to your AC, Heath.
It doesn't matter. It hits.
All right, I continue and use mitigate.
So does that take all the damage or half?
Takes half.
All right. So the damage is going to be, well, minimum damage. So that's 2 damage. So 1 to Sigurd and 1 to Heath. However, I need you to roll. I think there's a concentration check here that needs to happen. Or actually, I think if you get hit, you just lose the spell.
What are you talking? It's an instantaneous spell.
Right, but as you're casting it, there's a attack of opportunity, and if you get hit, hold on, I'll read it to you here. So on concentrating, to successfully cast a spell, you must concentrate. The length of time you must concentrate to cast a spell is specified in the casting time entry in the spell's description. Your foes can interrupt your spell cast in a few ways. The concentration required to cast a spell is sufficient to cause you to briefly lower your defenses. If a foe threatens the space you are in, casting a spell provokes an attack of opportunity. So you're at most risk of taking damage while casting when a spell's casting time is 1 round or longer. You have provoked an attack of opportunity or a foe ready in action to attack you. So because it provoked, that's what happened. If you're casting a spell and you take damage from either a successful attack that targeted your AC or from an effect that you failed a saving throw against, the spell fails.
Super cool.
And so the second one is also going to try to hit you with the attack of opportunity. Is going to miss. So only 1 damage to both you and Sigurd, but the spell does fail. So you kind of get some trickle of the Rio Grande, but it doesn't quite hit like you want as they shut it down. Natasi, you're up.
All right, Natasi has a diagonal line of sight through the door. What I can see, though, is Sister Spark. And she looks pissed. And guess what? Natasi's pissed, too. Especially seeing her good friend Tex take a pretty nasty hit. She's going to look directly at this cult leader and say, Dark Prince, help me smite the blasphemer. And what she's going to do is heighten a mind thrust to 2nd level. And I'm going to need to roll spell resistance if I have to. But if I don't, you need to roll me a will save.
This is against Sister Spark, right?
Yep.
All right. This is a will save. Mm-hmm. 19.
Okay, so you're going to take half damage from this.
Okay.
Rolled kind of shitty. Below average. So that's 18 points of damage before any sort of reduction. So you're looking at netting out 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. All right. What I will say is that at the response to having a mind thrust, like a psychic ability put on her, you see a very similar like terror in her eyes that she had when she tried to manipulate Tex. You know, like she seems so confused that this is even possible, you know? And it's Yavari's turn.
So first off, did Yavari hear Natasi say that?
I'm standing next to you.
That's
You're
what I
standing right
was.
next-
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
okay. Yeah. So she's gonna kind of raise a little reptilian eyebrow at that as she kind of charges through, because she's like north of everybody in the hall, so I can't even see into the room.
So it's a tough situation, because for you to even get into the room, you're going to have to roll an acrobatics check, because there's no way for you to get into the room without going through an enemy square.
That's
and you're also
fine.
gonna have to squeeze anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I do have tight fit. I took that.
Right.
But okay, I'll acrobatics. That's the word.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 9.
A 9. So here's what I'm going to do. Like, there's really only one place for you to go, and it's right here. But you're going to take an opportunity attack from
That's fine.
the Sheeran, because the other ones have already used their opportunity attack.
Okay.
So a little knife slash at you with a 21 against Casey.
That'll hit.
All right, that's not going to do a lot of damage. Well, that's max, so that's 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
All right, and it's Sigurd's turn.
All right, Sig's gonna barrel into the room.
I'm sorry.
How much? I was
No.
going to say, how much movement did that
Let's see.
actually cost me? Because I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
actually.
you can get there.
Yeah. Well, she took that slash from the insect man, so she's going to try and give it back at him. Ooh, a 20, a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Oh, baller. Okay. People still say baller. I'm pretty sure. I googled it earlier. That is going to be 9 electric and fire damage.
Yikes. All right. Sigurd, you're up.
So Sig barrels into the room, can now see Miss Spark here, moves directly up to her.
All right, you will take an opportunity attack from that lower one who has not yet used a reaction, but it's very unlikely that they'll hit. Well, I did roll a 17 on the die, so that probably will hit with a 22.
Beats.
Okay, so that's going to do 6 points of bludgeoning damage with the hammer.
Fucking finally, you've given me an entropy point.
All right. So, but you do get in there right on Sister Sparks.
And as he's moving through, he depresses the button on his armor that undoes his face mask, and it like comes up over his horns, and he builds up all the entropy into his horns. You know, my neck's feeling pretty sore because your fucking people made me fall 5 goddamn floors. And he whips his head forward at her, delivering an entropic strike.
With a headbutt.
Yeah, that's going to be a 25 against EAC.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's a hit.
And this time, instead of the normal, like, gray entropy, his horns start to drip with acid.
Whoa.
And his eyes go from black to this, like, neon green. And
Wow.
he deals 11 points of acid damage to her.
Holy shit. Okay.
From the corner, Yavari says, "Take him to church, Sig."
Excellent. All right. Well, it is Sister Spark's turn.
Actually, I beg to differ. Her dex modifier is a .03
Oh, shit.
and Vin's is a .04.
Look at you. You got it. You right. When you're right, you're right.
Is there even anywhere I can't see into the room?
There is. You can step to the north of Tex.
And get swung on?
No, because they've all used their reactions, so you could slide right in there pretty easily.
Okay. Fuck it. Let me just jolting surge the mook that's right there.
Right in front of you.
Right in front of Vin.
All
yeah.
right.
Jolting surge. Does he have any kind of electronic device or anything on him? Mm-hmm. He does? All right, then I get a +2 bonus to my attack roll. So yeah, let's get that. What's the
I mean, because any electronic device counts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his gun's gonna count if it. Well, actually, maybe not. Yeah.
His gun doesn't, but he does have a comm unit on him, so I don't know if that counts, but
Jolting surge is a +4. Well, it's actually a +6 to the attack roll. That's a natural 20 on that bad boy.
There you go.
okay, all right. Let's get the double damage on that.
It's a lot, dude. That's gonna be 8d6 damage.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
boy.
All right, 4, 2, 6, 4, and 3 is 7 more, so 13.
Okay,
3 and 2 is so that's 18.
right.
Last 2, shake them up real good. 3 and 3.
That is exactly 24, which is exactly the amount of HP that this dude had.
Then just shocks the shit out of him, boy.
Do you fry this motherfucker? However, he is still conscious because you only took him to 0, not below 0. So, but he is down.
Fine.
He is down.
All right, it's my turn.
Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, it's Sister Spark's turn. She is going to.
Put that on the board, Heath. You put it on the board, dog.
Of course I did.
Okay.
All right, so she is going to take a 5-step back, and then she's going to. You know what? No, she's going to stay right there. She's going to stay right there. And as a move action, using Quickened Dispiriting Taunt, is going to try to get Sigurd. We'll see. Oh, that's probably not going to do it. Let's see.
Against his intimidate?
Yeah. All right. So that's a 20 against your intimidate modifier +10.
Oh, that'll get me.
Oh, that'll get you. Okay. Well, in that case, you are then demoralized. So you are shaken until the end of my next turn. And then after that, she will attack you with her switchblade now that you're shaken.
And that taunt doesn't like trigger or anything, right?
It does not. It does not, no. All right, so that's going to make it a 20, which I think will hit you now that you're shaken, since you've got a -2 to your ACs.
I toggled shaken on. It's not doing anything to my AC.
Really?
Shaken, you take a -2 to attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
Oh, so not ACs.
Does not hit.
So that does not hit. Well, she left herself wide open as she tries to hit you with this switchblade. It is now the Sheeran's turn. The Sheeran is going to try to do something a little funky here. All of a sudden, Vin, Tex, and Sigurd's technical gear starts to short and freak out. As this Sheeran fucks up all of your techno gear, causing alarms to go off, your automated devices to freak out, spin around, readouts to flash out, all your weapons start freaking out. So you are now all shaken for one round.
There's not a save or anything?
There's no save, so it's a check that I gotta make, which I made. So you're all shaken for one round as your gear just kind of fucks up on you.
Alright, you can't double shaken, right?
You can't double shaken, that's correct. And I believe that is a standard action to do. Yes, it is. So he's going to 5-foot step back behind some of these toughs. It's round 2, and the toughs are going to go, and they're all going to switch to the hammers. And the one right in front of Vin is going to swing a hammer.
The one right in front of Vin is knocked the fuck out.
Oh, you're right about that. You're right about that. So the one in front of Vin is not going to do shit. The one in front of Tex is going to try to swing with a hammer.
Bodyguard.
And you're going to bodyguard, so that's going to give you a +2 to your AC, which I rolled a 16 total, so that's going to miss, right?
Yep.
Also, your
All right.
bodyguard's stronger, isn't it?
It is. It's a +3 for him. Well, for everybody.
And then the one's going to try to hit Sigurd here, and it's going to miss. I'm not even going to tell you what it was.
Well, if it goes on the board, it's got to go with the board.
No, it's not. It's not a 1. But Tex, you're up.
Okay, Tex. Let me double check something real quick. Yeah, will you? Maybe you can answer this question for me, Adam. Like for a summoning spell that takes a round, can you move and then trigger it, or do you just got to stay put for the round?
Well, you can move, and then you can start the spell.
Right, and then the next turn it'll work.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I want Tex to take a 5-foot guarded step, backwards out of the fucking doorway. Realized the mistake that he made.
Right.
And I want to start my summon creature spell.
Okay. Sounds good. Natasi, you're up.
Like a hammer striking an anvil, Natasi is going to continue to pound her way into this faux android's mind. I'm going to need another will save against a level 2 heightened mind thrust.
Well, that's a natural 1. Whoa! On that. So put that on the board, Heath. Natural 1 on the will save. All right, so you're going to get full damage on
Full
this.
damage. Okay. I mean, it's not much above average, but that is 22 points of damage going straight through as Natasi just pours her way through this lady's skull.
Yeah, she looks terrified. Like, I mean, you see all sorts of fluids leaking out of her eyes and nose and ears as you just wreck the internal, CPU of this android. She is barely standing, just like kind of fritzing at this point. But she's still there. But she looks completely baffled by this.
And Natasi knows she has supremacy over this particular android, and I think for the first time this campaign, Natasi cracks a smile.
Oh shit, that's terrifying.
That's
That
scary.
is terrifying, yeah.
All right, Yavari, you got the one right in front of you is down. There's
Yeah.
2 below you, and there's Sister Spark, and then you got this little Sheeran kind of weirdo over to your right there, or to your left.
She's
rather.
gonna go for the Sheeran weirdo.
Okay. I mean, you don't even have to move to hit him.
Nope. Ooh, that's a 17 on the die.
Shit, yeah, that'll get it. You don't even have to do your math.
Thank God. Okay, and that's not bad either. That's 11 electric and fire damage. And also, I keep fucking forgetting this. I have Blazing Strike.
Okay.
So, whenever you hit a creature within 30 feet of you while using a weapon with the bright weapon special property, you give this dazzled condition to that creature for 1 round.
Wow.
So yeah, the big bug eyes are just all
Are
alight.
dazzled. Are just
Yep.
dazzled.
Yep.
Just dazzled. And what
Hella
does dazzled do?
So dazzled is you are unable to see well because of overstimulation of your eyes. You take a -1 penalty to attack rolls against and sight-based perception checks. So
All right. Sigurd, you're hearing Yavari behind you just fucking shit up. And you hear the Sheeran go, my eyes! What you gonna do?
Sigurd's gonna take a move action to he kind of solidifies his stance, brings up Betty, and puts all of his entropy points into this strike. Nobody intimidates me, bitch. That is going to be 21 against EAC.
That'll hit.
That's 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
You cave in Sister Spark's skull with Black Betty. And she just crumples into a heap with a look of utter confusion forever frozen on her face as she falls.
And Sig just kind of cracks his neck to the side and turns to this mook next to him. You're next.
Oh, God. Vin.
So Vin's just gonna, as a free action, call out, "It's your last chance to surrender right now. Your leader is dead." Any response?
The two remaining toughs kind of look at each other like, "Hey, Bob. Yeah, what's up, Joe? I think we're beat here. Yeah, Joe, I think we are. Listen, we're done. We're done. Yeah, that's pretty smart, Joe. Yeah, I know, Bob. That's why you asked me. We're done." However, the Sheeran seems to still be engaged in the fight.
All right, then. You sign your death warrant, then. And Vin takes a 5-foot guarded step towards him and grabs any kind of technological device that he can and casts
So
Jolting Surge.
technically, you can't take a guarded step into difficult terrain. Not that it matters because you're not provoking an opportunity, but just for future reference, you can't guarded step through difficult terrain.
Oh, okay. So I wouldn't provoke anyway. Well, then it doesn't matter.
Right, because you're
Vin
not moving
steps
through.
up.
Yeah,
And
steps
he's got
up.
a jolting surge on my dude. Now, Vin is still shaken, I believe. So, that just
Be a
negates the -2. This dude's clearly a technomancer, right? So, he's got something
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Natural 16
That'll get it.
plus
Okay.
7. That'll get it. 46 damage.
Just roll well.
Well, a 1 and a 2 is not that well on the first two. And a 4 and a 2 on the next, so 9 points of damage, I guess.
Dang, so close, but not enough.
Yeah, well,
And it's his
shocks him
turn
anyway.
So he's just gonna magic missile you, just like right in your grill.
Bodyguard?
Doesn't matter.
Well, you've
It's
already
all
been
in
in
his
matter.
range.
range.
Automatically
He's
hit.
cast a
I
spell,
have.
so you get an AOO, right?
Yeah, that's
She does
True.
get an
That's
AOO.
true. So let's
Yeah.
get that first to see.
Oh, oh no, that's gonna be an 11.
That's not. Damn, dude. All right, so the spell gets off. Oh my God, that's 3 4s. So that's
Is that a full attack?
full attack. So that's 15 points of damage to you.
That knocks all of Vin's stamina out.
It's round 3. The toughs just sit down cross-legged. They just sit down. They throw their guns down, and sit cross-legged right down on the floor. Tex, you're up.
Okay, I did not expect 2 of them to surrender. Yeah, I mean, so I summon 1 creature. I was gonna summon 3. Use my last level 2 spell slot. I can get 3 creatures, but I'm just gonna get the 1.
Well, you
level
have to
1.
use the spell you were prepping. So if you were going level 2,
Oh, come the fuck
no,
on.
that's how. No, dude, that's.
Shouldn't have even said nothing, Heath.
I mean, but that's also just like the rules of the game. Like you start casting your spell at the beginning of, and it takes the whole time to cast that spell.
Okay.
You don't get to
Them's the
choose which
rules.
spell you cast at the end of the casting time.
Them's the
Mr.
rules, Bob.
Same spell.
That's
but
right, Joe.
I hear you. Yeah, so I summoned 3 flaming possums. There you go. I wanted it to be cool. So there's 3 flaming possums there that we don't need, and they can attack. I'll put 1 on either side of the Sheeran. So would they get flanking? Would they?
Yep, it
Yeah.
would.
Okay, and then I'll put 1. I don't care wherever. So they attack on my turn. Well, I do care. I don't want him right in front of me.
Here, I'll just put him back here.
And I guess I'll have these 2 little dudes attack the Sheeran, having seen him like blast Vin, who Tex is actually really proud of for like giving them the option to surrender, you know. So they'll attack, and then Tex, because he gets his own thing, I want him to like handcuff the guard in front of him. since he's down.
All right, let's get the attacks first.
All right. The first one is a 21.
All right, that's a hit.
Okay. For 2 damage.
2 is exactly the remaining HP as your foe has fallen.
Wow.
Nice.
And then Joe and Bob both just offer their wrist to Joe offers his wrist to you, Tex, and Bob offers his wrist to you, Sigurd. And says,
tiny little halfling comes up and cuffs him.
It's like, listen, we just didn't know what we were getting into. She convinced us. She was in our heads. I don't want to die for this. So here. And Bob's like, yeah, I'm with Joe.
Yeah, smart.
Smart choice, yeah.
And so, yeah, you can kind of neutralize the Reckoners here. But there's some, before we wrap this up, there's some stuff here, and there's a little bit of the area that you haven't explored. So let's knock that out. You are out of combat, though, and have kind of gained control over the Reckoner Hall. What's your moves here?
Pillage the bodies.
I heard. I immediately want to call into the SDF headquarters and be like, and tell them what happened. Like, hey, we got some perps down here chained up. We, did everything we could not to put any down, but shit happens.
Najiri says, yes, I was afraid that this would happen. I did not think that they would go quietly. I am glad to hear that you have some that took the easy road. I assume that Sister Spark was among the ones that did not surrender?
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, well, search the entirety of the grounds. Perhaps you can find other plans of sabotage that they might have.
10-4. All right, you heard the lady. Search everything.
Yeah, and she would have also told you that she's sending a paddy wagon basically to come get all the Reckoners, right?
Right, cool.
I want to search this Sheeran Technomancer.
All right, let's see here. The Technomancer has some things on it. Let's see. All right, an azimuth laser pistol, whatever.
Trash.
Survival knife, whatever. Does have a spell gem of life bubble.
Oh, neat. I mean, I think I'm the only person who can use that, right?
All right. There is a battery too, if you want to scoop up a battery.
Sure.
Fully charged battery. Sigurd, I imagine you're going to check out Sister Spark.
Yep.
Sister Spark is wearing casual station wear, so nothing great there. Has a Murmur sonic suppressor with one battery and a tactical switchblade. So there's not much on her person, so to speak. But you guys want to go ahead and do a perception check. You can search the area here.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
And she didn't have any data pad or anything on her. Gotcha. Okay, I got a 27 perception.
28 perception.
All right. Y'all are very much able to find in her desk several cred sticks that hold a total of 3,000 credits. You notice with that high of perception check that there's a key card that's taped to the bottom of one of the desk drawers. So as you pull it out and you're kind of feeling it, and somebody, you get the instinct to feel the bottom of it, and you feel that there's this unmarked key card that is taped to the bottom of the drawer. Also, in addition, you're able to find a small crate that has 6 frag grenade 2s in them.
What up,
Hey.
Yeah.
Start
And a
stuffing them in the
detonator.
halfling's pockets.
Yeah, and a detonator. So it looks like it's really kind of, they're taped together to be a bomb, but you can untape them and have them as individual grenades. But the way that they are in this crate, it looks like it's like a package bomb that had been constructed.
Could we take that as is? I feel like that's good evidence.
That's evidence for
Yeah,
sure.
You absolutely can. There is also a computer on her desk that you can try to access.
I just want to say for while this is going on, because it's cute as fuck, I had like 4 rounds of my 3 flaming possums. They're just like running around the room. But my Billy Gibbons, my squat's companion, gets down and is like playing at them, like jumping at the possums because they're friends.
Nice. Yeah, so I like it, Heath. There's a computer there if you want to take a look at it, Vin.
Yeah, Vin will definitely take a look at the computer. That's going to be a 22.
Okay, 22 gets you into the like main file hub there, and you see that there were plans to sabotage the New Graka spaceport, probably with the bomb that you found. And also you find a list of reckoners not currently residing here at the hall, which would allow the SDF and the other local law enforcement to stop them from committing any further crimes. So you kind of have a list of all the members, active members of the terrorist side of the reckoners. You see one other file that is hidden with some extra security, so I'll need another computer's check.
I'll use an inspiration for this one.
All right.
Can Yavari aid?
If you have computers, you absolutely can.
Sure can. Or sure can try. Oh, yeah. 16 on the die.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so that's a +4 to my roll. It's a natural 17 plus 15.
Very good. Very good. You succeed in cracking this hidden file. And within this file, you see a 3D wireframe map showing a small collection of underground caverns. See that there's a short tunnel to the surface that's marked with the word entrance, but there are no indication of where these caves are. The map is accompanied by a scan of what appears to be stylistic stone carvings that resemble swarm creatures. Sister Sparks' notes on this file reference the location as a sacred site that could be used as a bolt hole should the Reckoners be subjected to a raid.
Okay, interesting. Vin wants to make backups of all of these.
Yeah,
all
you
of this
just
information.
download it all, right?
Yeah. Yep. All right. I got the incriminating evidence.
Yeah, I mean, that's everything there is to find in this room. There's a couple other rooms if you want to explore. We can kind of
search them.
Yeah,
I mean, we're gonna search everything.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and open all the doors here so you can kind of see into them. But the door at the top of the hall is just into a bathroom.
Okay, what about the bottom of the hall where we're at? Or that's the bathroom?
No, that's the kitchen that you just walked into. And
Okay.
so in the kitchen, there's nothing really of it. I mean, really, the kitchen, the bathroom is a kitchen and bathroom, nothing of any really substance. However,
So the middle
room is a storage area where they keep their sundries, including some dry goods for the kitchen and cleaning supplies. However, there is a crate that has a box containing 1,000 UPBs.
Oh, very nice.
Sweet.
And as you're collecting this, you can kind of hear the sirens of the SDF and the New Graka police force arriving outside. And you kind of collect all of the remaining Reckoners and usher them out to the police van to where they get loaded up. And you guys have completed part 2 of book 2 of Attack of the Swarm.
All right.
Nice!
And so I need you to finish your drinks, and we'll see you next section.
Yeah. We'll see you next time, guys.